away from the end of September. All right, so apparently September was one of the slowest market in history, usually negative ending. So is it going to be coming to the end soon itself, or some players are actually looking forward to that? But the problem is that October is supposed to be a recovery month, but we also know that in October month itself, right, we ever seen one of the worst crash ever in 1987, whereby the Dow Jones went down by, down by almost 20%. So would this actually happen? Well, I don't think so that will happen, but I cannot deny this. I kind of like, feeling a bit worried for coming October month itself, and I'll explain more in detail shortly. All right, but today the caption for this morning is China Evergrande moment of truth. All right, now the moment of truth is actually tomorrow, but we need to prepare ourselves today because the China stock market will be open today, and once it opens itself, right, there should be a lot of movement coming in, and we will know whether or not, right, tonight also the FOMC meeting, whether Jerome Powell and friends are going to do anything with the current situation, the inflation side itself. Okay, so you can see something here itself that I call for the external media. This is again from one of the talk show in Taiwan. Now do understand this again, Taiwanese talk show, usually they are kind of like, a little bit, yeah, as you know, a little bit what they call exaggerated. Okay, but apparently this is one of the video whereby Evergrande basically introduced this what they call their building and selling of their properties. Okay, but apparently this is what they were presenting back then, but now the situation is that it is really not like that at all. That means that the construction is left like this right now. Oh my goodness, that means that houses are left across China unfinished and basically no workers around because there's no money. So now we have a bit of a problem because it's a repercussion effect. Because when a lot of this smaller contractor come in, right, to take the deal, they will spend money on all the raw materials. And of course, when you're now telling me that my main con cannot pay people's money, I'm a subcon itself, right? Definitely I will be affected. And this will have a repercussion because that means unemployment will be hit and so forth. And this is the thing that's going on around China, and this is very, very scary. Can you see that? Now, of course, when you do something like this, what will naturally happen? People get pissed off. And when people get pissed off, it's not right. This will create a lot of unnecessary social unrest. And that is where by now China is in limelight now. The Chinese government is in limelight now whether should they bail up this China Evergrande. Now, there's two sides of it. To build up, meaning that they spend a lot of money, and this will basically hit the economy. But that also send the wrong note to other companies that they can be built up. So the problem is if China want to follow their style of doing, right, they may not build up. But if they don't build up this time around, the number 2 property company in China with so many assets and business, it will definitely cause a big problem. And of course, this will actually hurt the economy. And with China now going to have their next year do the Olympic, all right, this is going to be Winter Olympic, it's going to be very detrimental. So that's the reason why now we have actually both sides of the coin going right now. So now we can see that Hong Kong property stocks got hit, okay, since May 2020, that was during a pandemic time, that basically of this Evergrande contagion, all right? So the thing is spreading like wildfire in Hong Kong, and the stocks continue to fall. But there's something to watch out for on Evergrande is that the last 3 days, $2.27 keep on firming around this area, $2.27. So maybe traders can watch out for this level here. This is a level that I've been observing, and it has been staying pretty firmly there, $2.27. Okay, I'm not too sure why is it doing that, but definitely must be some reason to it. The volume itself has been quite reasonable, considered the previous movement. So I can say that, right, there is a possibility someone is actually buying a bit of the counter. And you can see that the downside itself, as of yesterday, is kind of considered, it's still down by about 0.4%, but it's considered reasonable. So that's why I cannot believe that there could be some artificial buying. And of course, this morning we saw that BlackRock and HSBC seemingly coming in. So undeniable, BlackRock is the company that's coming to China to help the Chinese government to do their retirement. So obviously, this event, China Evergrande, will be a very thing to do. And also, I believe that, right, this thing already known. And that's why China has to do something to get external party to come in. And this external party, BlackRock itself, hold $9 trillion worth of assets. So it makes sense for them to come in. And of course, Obviously, if this can be recovered or this can be saved, then I believe that BlackRock will benefit quite a bit from that. It's only whether or not it's all right, will the market get overwhelming big and BlackRock cannot contain, and that is a problem. All right. Okay, so we will look at it carefully. To me itself, I will give you a friendly suggestion. Short sellers go slow on this counter. If you are shorting this counter for whatever reason, can I appeal to you, just go slow a bit? All right. If the market do go down later on to below, let's say $2 or whatever, buy back your position. Because I believe that this counter itself, right, the chance of it bankrupting is kind of low, but it is possible to go down a bit more, but then again, the recovery could come in. So that's why traders be very careful, and I want you to take note of that, all right? So I hope that you get my view on this, okay? All right, that's China Evergrande. Then we look at, oops, wait, oh, sorry, I think there's some, okay, hold on a minute, huh? Yeah. Okay, so look at this counter, which is BlackRock. Now, BlackRock yesterday, the day before, BlackRock, it recovers, right? I told you about $845, a very strong support level, and it recovered on yesterday's, the day before market, which is Tuesday. Then yesterday, BlackRock opened higher, about 860 plus, and then it started to come down again. All right, and it came down exactly to where I said this is the point that I mentioned that is a very important technical point, and incredibly, BlackRock really hit that level and rebounded. So again, this shows that my TA not too bad, right? Pretty accurate. Huh? I told you that this will be the very important technical point, and BlackRock really responded accordingly. So okay, so that's BlackRock. So of course, why BlackRock come down, right? Other than US market is down, it's also because of what I just told you, right? They are the one that's going to support this thing. So definitely they will be hit in one way or another if this company called Evergrande really goes down. So that's the reason why investors getting worried, especially like people like George Soros, who have been very open with that. Then of course, I told you what will happen next after the property price goes down. The next sector will be hit is actually the financial sector, which is the banks and the insurance. So apparently Ping An, right, you can see, oh my goodness, look at the share price plunging all the way down from $80 during the start of this saga. Since $80 during the start of this saga, you've been dropping all the way down to $52. Now that means that this counter dropped more than 30% in less than a month or so. 30%, that's a lot for a counter like this, okay? This is a very big company, and yet the share price come down so much. Now, it could go down further, and my take is that it may hit $45 around this area before we can see any form of bottoming out. So traders, you need to be very careful on all these counters because there's a rational reason why they're coming off. But once it hit about $45, in my opinion, it's all right. We could actually see an intermittent rebound because, as I said again, value stock itself has its value. After a while later, right, players will come in to soak up this, what they call free buys, or we consider it as discounted prices. So there is a possibility. And of course, this counter, Seng Index, right, okay. Oh my goodness, this counter opened, I mean, IPO back then is now in year 2020, and have been staying between $3.75 to $4 all this time. Now, this counter, why is sell down so heavily? Because this counter actually goes a lot on margin. So when you do leverage, basically a lot of leverage investment and leverage workflow. So this counter has been pretty staggered all the way for the longest of time. But suddenly yesterday, oh my goodness, the stock just plunged by 90%. The closing was down by 87%. But main thing is that this counter was down by 90% because the low was at 37 cents before closing at 50 cents. Oh my goodness. So you think about this, that means that your wealth evaporated 90% just in one single day. My God, 90%. That means that there's a very good chance a bank will go after you and loads of stuff going to happen. And this is why it's happening right now. And this is going to be very crazy, and this could be very damaging. So again, this is all going right now in the China market. You have to be careful. This is ongoing right now. Now, by the way, all these are Hong Kong stocks and US stocks. Okay, China stocks is right. We'll see how it develops later. I'm going to open up in about half an hour's time. Okay, so the joke of the day is the Federal Reserve continuing to blow the bubble, or the Federal Reserve is going to do something today? Now, I'm not too sure what Jerome Powell will do, but likely he will say that there will be tapering, but it will not be now. Most likely, in my opinion, will be like this. And of course, when the market hears this itself, nothing new, right? The market may actually exercise further profit taking just in anticipation for this itself. So that's the reason why I cannot deny that there could be a bit more selling in the US market until the whole thing comes down to a reasonable level whereby everybody has sold down to a level where, you know, the panic in the market, and that's where the big boys will come in to soak as much as they can. So I believe that any pullback at the very lower level will be a good level to buy back in the market. Okay, so we'll just see whether or not whether my forecast comes true. All right, disclaimer as usual. Do understand this. Once you're going to continue with me from this point here itself, whatever I share is based on my personal view on the market. And if let's say anytime you are like, you know, we have different opinion, of course, it's pretty normal. Okay, all right, let's continue. Now, as I told you guys, we have this alternate market views, and apparently yesterday I have kept on everyday update. And one of the things that we talk about is China junk bond yield. Now look at the junk bonds. Oh my goodness, the credit default swaps are all going high. Now, why the junk bond yields is going up? Because the bond price is coming down. The bond price is slamming down so hard that no one wants to buy, and that's why the yield keep on going higher. It's not that because it's good in demand, because buying the bonds, it's because there's no one buying. That's why the junk bond yields and the credit default swaps go all the way to the sky, okay? So traders, you must understand the current situation is really not good. And of course, if you compare to the S&P 500 versus the current consumer confidence, right, we are pretty far away. So theoretically speaking, it's all right. Mathematically speaking, if let's say now the consumer price index and the S&P are kind of related, right, that is a big divergence between them. And if you actually want to have all these details, these are mainstream media, that's off the mainstream media information, then you just subscribe. Okay, this you can find online, that's for sure, but you cannot. You basically save up on yourself, right, to go and find which is better to read. I'll find you the better ones and actually the non-repeated ones and give you the best of it, including my personal view of the whole thing. So okay, contact Susan if you want to do that. Now our Hang Seng group is really developing pretty fast. Now at 58 members, and every day there are people adding on. Why is that so? Because every day I will commit myself to do recap, except today. Why? Because today Hang Seng is closed. Okay, all right. So I will commit and I'll tell you exactly through half an hour to an hour session. I'll recap what happened in Hong Kong in the M1 trading, and then I will even go to M5 to give you a collective feel of how you can use M1 and M5 to trade. And of course, if time permits itself, I may even cover the bigger hole. So it's a bit bigger outlook of the Hang Seng market. And of course, Hang Seng is something that I have been trading for quite a while, and I've been pretty decently good with that. So that's why you can see students are pretty happy and they are really making money. Now, these are real students like Eric. He makes about $142 by end of the day. Now, there will be losses, they'll be winning, but end of the day, the main thing is that they will be winning. And that is something that you must understand. So some students, they'll play big, they'll play small. It doesn't matter. They may play with other brokers. It doesn't matter as long as they make money. You can see that itself. Yeah, this is another trader. This is Kim. I think make about $322. Pretty different, very pretty cool, right? And of course, our own very Susan. Wow, she make about $600. My God, that's incredible. She basically bought the Hang Seng and held up the position all the way and scaled up the KTRs every moment. And she made $600 yesterday, US dollars, by the way. That's a lot of money, guys. So guys, this is something that you want, because what you want some more, right? This is what you want, and you can consider coming in, all right? Hang Seng is fast, it's volatile, but it's very manageable. Ask the students yourself and they will tell you, okay? All right, if any students here itself are Hang Seng, in this Hang Seng group itself, right? Can you type your feeling that you want to share today with the group here itself? How you think about this Hang Seng? Is it that scary, or is it really not what Cal say? It's really very dangerous? Put your comments over here itself. It's open. I allow you to do that. Okay? All right, so what we have today is the existing home sales. Of course, the sales number is expected to be a kind of like reasonably same. I believe that the sale will drop a little bit based on what we saw in the consumer confidence. And you can see that the forecast previously was about 5.99 million, right? This time the forecast is 5.89. So they themselves know that the number will drop. So I believe that number will drop a bit more, maybe 5.79 and stuff like that. Now, the crude oil inventories, I still expect the inventories to drop further because, as I say again, as long as the world is having a bit of problem with the current situation itself, right, we may see that. Okay, so that's why I believe that the crude oil inventories will drop down a little bit more. Now, do note later on today, Thursday morning at 2 a.m., we have the FOMC economic projection. We have the FOMC statement. We have the Federal Reserve interest rate decision, which is expected to be 0.25. Nothing will change. Then we have at 2:30 a.m., which is Jerome Powell will come out and talk about it. Okay, that is where the thing will really start moving. All right, so will I be around online? Yes, I'll be around this later tonight. Okay, yeah, I will be around. Yeah, will I have a Zoom? Maybe depends on how many people online. So if I'm going to have a Zoom session, I'll post a Zoom link inside. Okay, inside the I'll post it down there. So okay, inside the anything under the sun group. Okay, yeah. Now let's look at the Dow last night. The Dow was really incredible. The volatility is really amazing. So the Dow initially shoot up first by almost 200 to 300 points. Then after that, wow, the wow ride came in and bring that down below the opening price. Then again, it shot up again to 200 points up. And then it came down again. Oh my goodness, this is really like, wow, insane. But there's something to take note of. If you look at it, the high actually got lower each round. And this is actually a very typical sign of distribution. I repeat, this is a very typical sign of distribution, pump and dump, but the strength each time got weaker because more and more sellers comes in. So that's why if I look at this chart itself, most likely we should see further selling in the near term. All right, this is without looking at the TWB chart. Just like looking at this itself, right? If you ask me, I will actually say that. All right, Eric says that it's exciting but manageable. Okay. And this Judy say it's very exciting. Okay. King Hua say risk manage as long follow rules. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. All right, so let's look at what happened last night. Market rebound attempt fails as Dow closes in the red on Tuesday, which is yesterday. Okay, so the Dow fought on to rebound from Monday rot, but end of the day itself, right, it ended in the red. So basically, the selling came in, but technology share, the Nasdaq actually went up a little bit because some people buying Apple on dip, right? So main thing is that everybody's waiting for FOMC, and of course, we also saw Hong Kong index yesterday recover. It was down by 3% on Monday, then yesterday it recovered from the bottom. In fact, Hang Seng was down by 200 points yesterday before it rallies up all the way. All right, so of course, everybody's waiting for FOMC, and of course, we all know that they will still be putting the $120 billion into the system, but they may taper. Market always look forward. So money can still come in. That means the market will still have, it won't crash. That's I'm very sure about that, but it will just slow down. So that's the reason why we watch this one quarterly economic forecast. They will release out so-called a dot plot. Now, if the dot plot really shift a bit forward, then we have a problem. If the dot plot tonight shift a bit forward, that means that instead of looking at 2024 for any form of interest rate itself, right? If they shift a little bit by maybe a quarter, that will shift the market. That's why traders will have to watch this closer. All right. And of course, we also know that China Evergrande is the most important. I told you, right? The moment of truth is tomorrow because there's $83 million of interest that need to be paid tomorrow. And of course, based on what we know, they have already defaulted to the banks on Monday. Yeah, I'll cover this shortly. So likely it's right, they will default tomorrow. So I'm going to be upfront here as well, right? I cannot deny this. This is like a potential repeat of what we saw in Lehman Brothers 13 years ago. But of course, back then, you must understand that there was a lot of problem. But if you look at the similarities of interest rate environment, the credit, easy monetary policies, everything seems to be there. And of course, most important, both of them were actually at an all-time high. And even the time itself that this happened was also September and October. This is the scary part, okay? So this is something that we can probably take note of that. So now the people have been asking whether the Chinese government, will they actually come in? Well, the Chinese government officials are well aware of the headlines comparing Lehman with Evergrande. And of course, they also know the consequences. So they will likely intervene according to Ed Yardani from Yardani Research, because if they don't do that itself, right, things will get very bad. And of course, if they do that, the stock market around the world should enjoy a relief rallies. So if you are positive itself, right, then you may want to think of this, because if they're really the Chinese government coming and save it, right, there could be a sudden surge of stock prices. So short sellers, may I also appeal to you that you put your SWL for all your position, because things may just flip the other way around if the Chinese government come up with a very big package to save the world. But when that happened itself, right, the volatility will also come in, because when the sudden surge itself, right, all the people who holding position will dump on it to get out, yeah. So there will be a very huge volatility in the market. So when that really happened itself, right, you have to really consider to go slow with your trading. Okay, so this will be very important to watch out for. So traders, take note of that. Angeline says Hang Seng is a good counter to test someone's trading psychology. I totally agree with you, Angeline. And Susan say volatile but manageable as long as we just follow the rule. No time to think. Okay, no time to think. So don't think, just follow. Okay. All right, so let's just review what happened on the Dow Jones last night. Okay, the Dow Jones last night was pretty impressive. Okay, first of all, the opening price was already above the pivot one. Now, above pivot one, above OP, we all know the fact of the matter is it's meant for buying, right? So that's why Dow Jones initially went up. But because you also know that the KSI happened to be red in color, so which means that the upside will have limitation. So when you go to KTR +1, +2, or +3, watch out for potential pullback. This is something that you must understand. You must remember. And of course, you can see that this is the cash SL level, right? Cash SL. Now, over this period of time itself, right, the market has been trying to firm around the SL level. But this time round, the market actually broke below it. That's why the selling also continued to penetrate below. All right, so now if you look at this thing, you look at what happened yesterday. Let's do a quick recovery. Now, Hong Kong is closed today, so we will not rush to Hong Kong. Okay, so what happened is that, first of all, this is the OP of the day, and the pivot one is right here. So you can see that this is a BMB, right? It's a BMB followed by a CCRY, and it's above OP. So guys, can you tell me, if the market is above OP and is above pivot one, and it's a BMB that trigger OP, example in this case, BMB, and happen to be the low of the day itself, would you buy? Tell me, guys, is it a good buy? Can you tell me? Above OP, above pivot one, CCRY, BMB, happen to be a low of the day. Is it a good buy? Please give me your answer right now. Is it a good buy? Please key your answer right now. Let me know your feel, okay, of the market. Is it a good buy? Okay, so we have that itself. Eric say confirm buy. Okay, confirm buy. All right. Okay, how about anything else? How about the rest? Definitely the buy by Susan. Okay, so what happened? You can see the price really shoot up. So again, it's not because that we know internally what the market is going to go up and go down. It's just that these patterns keep on repeating, and you just have to realize it. Once you see this pattern, you just have to follow through. Just put a buy order in over here, stop loss, just put it here, you're done. And of course, when the market goes up, in this case, as you know, you can see that the market goes up to KTR +2 rather easily, and done deal, and you get out, and you already make twice of your risk. Don't you see that? Now, again, no one will know whether you go up or go down. No one knows the future, but it's a pattern that has been repeating, tells you that maybe you have a chance right here. And truth be told, if you continue it, you can see that you do all the CCRY buy, the price still go up. But as you know, the KSI is definitely red in color. Hence, therefore, once you go to KTR +3, right, you can really consider to book your profit already. When the market go to KTR +3, you will leave. And you know that the KSI is red in color. You shouldn't be taking any more dangerous position. And that's my personal view for you guys. Don't you agree? That you don't need to take extra risk already, because you already know that the market itself is at a rather high position, correct? So you don't need to go and take it. And of course, you look carefully, everybody. Take a look. Do you know that this guy is a BNB? Do you see that? This guy is a BNB? Yes, it's a BNB. So it's a BNB. Then after that, what happened? It did a CCYR here. Now, of course, it's above pivot one. You don't want to short, I can understand. But if you were to take a trigger, if you take a short over here itself, right, you can actually do a short right here and stop loss, put it here. So this is your risk. If you're wrong, you lose money. If you're wrong, but if you're right, oh my God, look at it. You get another 2 times of your profit again. So you realize that our trading is much better than options. Options itself, right, you need to carry for a few days. For us itself, right, our 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time can be done within the same day. And that is why I believe that we can make more money than not. You understand? So you can see after that itself, the market did try to recover. It was a CCRY here, which ideally you should go and buy. And if you have purchased it, not bad. You get almost instant profit. But before you can realize it, U-turn came back down, and then it come back down. And that is where you should know something is not very correct. And you look bottom of screen, the KSI is turned to red. Now your day chart KSI is red and your intraday is red, then you should be very careful already, especially when the market has went up and hit KTR plus 3. It means the dark upside is already all triggered. So what happened? The price came down, it did hit OP, recover again, another CCRY came in, it did go up a bit more, but before you can take note, it came back down again. So what can you learn from here itself is that when the market is trending upwards above OP, above pivot 1, it's much easier to buy. When the market hit a peak and come down, right, the OP and pivot 1, the power to buy become much lesser. And that's the reason why, you know, the market eventually come up, because overall we still have this downside potential in the market, right? Remember that? Yeah, the downside potential is still in the market, okay? So traders, you just have to consider all these factors when you are trading in the market, okay? Okay, so that is what we can see from the market right now. Okay, okay. And of course, gold was good. Gold was very good, okay? Now, I've been telling people that gold, do consider, if you are okay to take some risk, gold will be a good level to buy into it, because I foresee that gold price would be a good buy. All right, now, what happened yesterday? This is the OP of the day. This is the KSI. The KSI was red. The blue bar were there, but there's a KCX at the bottom. So the KCX already developed. So that means tell you that the market potentially bottom. And the gold price itself, in my opinion, is still consider sideways moving towards uptrend movement. So what happened is very clear. When the market goes above pivot 1, right? There's nothing to say already. Above pivot 1 is a buy, right? So above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. You know it. But because the KSI is red, so what can we do now? We can actually consider to buy, buy, but to take profit along the way. Okay, take profit along the way. Oh, okay. Indices, gold, silver go up right now, right? Yeah, because China market has just opened, and I told you, right, China market most likely will come in to support. This is something that you can expect it to happen. Yeah, it's kind of expected to happen. So I'm quite sure China market now is moving higher, right? Must be, that's the reason. Yeah, because when you put in money to the system itself, right? Yeah, you're going to push the market, definitely. But the question is, can you sustain? That is the problem here. So let's take a look at what happened now. So thank you, Susan, for sharing with us this sudden movement. Okay, so what happened is that the market was ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Initially went down first. Now, when it came all the way down, it missed the KTR -1 by a little bit, and then the KCX blinked at the bottom. And then what happened? The KSI also turned green. Now, what's beautiful is that, look at it, the price is coming down, but the KSI already turned green, and this is a very good telltale sign. Then after that, the price had to go above OP, then slowly it got hit at pivot 1, ding dong, ding dong. And once it found strength and closed above pivot 1. Now remember, I was online and I tell you this, guys, the market closed above pivot 1. And that was where I gave the signal and said that traders, you can consider. And also don't forget itself, don't forget, okay, one thing to take note, right? The thing is that the market purposely hit the pivot 1, recover, and the KSI stays all the way green, as you can see here. Now, traditional indicator will tell you overbought, oversold, not ours, because I don't want you guys to be affected by this overbought, oversold. I want you to use numbers, patterns to basically deal with this. A lot of schools, they teach you patterns like overbought, oversold, and the worst thing happen is that when the price is coming down, they keep on having overbought, oversold, right? Then you will get hit by the market. So the undeniable is that, right? What is happening right now, you must take note of all this very important information. Okay? Then what happened at the bottom of the screen, you also notice that there were no blue bars all the way. No blue bars means the market is very, very bullish. So with all this thing itself, the gold price shoot up all the way to KTR plus 2. Can you see that? Even a KTR plus 2. And of course, those who have followed through will have made money. So how many of you made money from gold? Did you make money from gold? If you made money from gold, can you key make from gold? All right, let me see how many of you have done that. Wow, the Dow Jones is up by almost 200 points from the low end. And I told you already just now, right? China market, the Chinese government will come in to push the market a bit. And of course, I'm quite sure our good friend BlackRock will also come in, HSBC will come in, and all these things will push up the market for a while. But But the thing is this, can it sustain? That's a very important point. If the market cannot sustain and the market pulls back below the OP price, this is where all the problem will surface. So traders, I warn you, just be very careful on that because you don't want to be led by the wrong reason. Okay, congratulations for Eric. You have made money from gold. Very good. Angeline also made money from gold. Very nice. Okay, so let's just look at some of the local and global news before we see the charts. Okay, now we have, wow, 1,173 new local cases reported in Singapore. Last night came in about 12 midnight. You realize that the data is only at midnight, so you only see it then. Okay, but of course, most of them are still very well. They are warded, but they are well and under observation. And out of the whole number itself, right, about 147 cases are kind of dangerous and serious. Okay, we need to really pray for them. But of course, do note the very important thing is this: the 98% of the cases are asymptomatic, which means that, right, symptomatic, meaning that you cannot know whether they got the virus or not. So that is very, very clear that even you are not coughing, you are not having a fever, you could still be spreading the virus. And of course, where it's spreading, most likely work office or likely when you're having your meals, because that is where no one wearing masks. So all I can say is this: we are still in a very dangerous position. So people, please stay safe and keep yourself healthy, all right? And you can see that now our locally transmitted cases have really goes up, and likely it will really follow what our Lauren Wong have said, right? It could hit 2,000 to even 3,000. So you have to be very careful. And of course, you can see that the cases of people needing the in ICU right now for oxygen supplementation itself is also going up. So we just have to really understand that the situation is not getting anywhere better. All right. Okay, sorry, the PowerPoint. Sorry, give me a moment. My PowerPoint. Okay, so now the thing is this: we all know that the very important thing will be the coming first test for Evergrande debt, right? So as I mentioned to you, right, tomorrow we have a very important due of $83 million interest only for the 5-year deal. Okay, and this is all US dollar, by the way. What's the initial size? About $2 billion. Wow. Okay. So another one is actually on the 29th of September. So you can imagine there's so many of this, and they already didn't make payment, and the management already draw their money out. Do you think how much left inside there? If they have some more money left in the bank, would you think that they will run? So where got money? Seriously, where got money? Correct. So you can see that, look at the yield. Oh my goodness, this is the yield. Now don't just, unless you are very confident that Evergrande will survive through, then you can buy the bonds right now because they're paying 8.2%, 8.25. Wow, okay, and it's actually maturing at March 2022. All right, look at it. So if you think that it's a good time to buy because you're very confident, then you can jump in. I wouldn't say no to you, but I just tell you that just take note. If the company gone case, whatever you put in is zero rise. Just take note of that. That's very important. Don't be just attracted by the high yield. You must understand what is the reason because of high yield. This is something that you must take note. Okay. So what are 4 things to watch out, right? Is the interest payment tomorrow, whether or not China will do the rescue package. Will the central bank itself do some action to help the entire market? Sorry. And of course, right, today, it resumed trading already. So seemingly now, what I told you, right, they're coming to save the world, trying to save the market right now with all the buying at the moment. But all I can tell you is this: just be careful, right? You don't want to be caught at a higher level. All right, now do know why I want to bring this story, because actually on Monday, they already missed the loan payment to the banks. Yes, Evergrande had already missed their payment to the banks on Monday already. They already missed it. So of course, you can look at it now, right? Look at the money that they're going to pay. Look at it. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Just the interest alone is already in hundreds and billions of dollars. We don't talk about the loan itself. So if let's say the money was available, look at it. Even let's say they survived 2021, 2022, look at the amount. Oh my goodness. Look at the amount in 2022. Oh my God, look at this. This is the amount that they need to pay. Then it will be even bigger in 2023. Wow. It's only later on in 2024 then maybe it get lesser because of all the thing has expired. But this is the problem. And you realize that these are all 5 years, 6 years bond, right? So that means that this problem has already accumulated since the very beginning. And they know it. They know it. So it's only now because it's going to hit all the due date, right? That's why they're running away. That's why the people are all running away. So now of course, someone had to be answerable to this, but who actually suffer? Oh, unfortunately, the investors, what to do? All right, this is something that you have to accept it. You cannot run away from this. Okay. So do note again, of course, which companies are going to get hit, right? China Minsheng Banking Corp, Agricultural Bank of China, Industrial and Commercial Bank, ICBC, will be all all these are company principal bank. Oh my goodness. These are all the principal banks. So will there be hit? Of course, if there's going to be any form of default, right? All these companies will be hit. Definitely, there will be a serious drawdown in their balance sheet. They will have to, you have to really consider to, have to accept these losses. No choice. All right. Now, what happened to Japan? Now, Japan yesterday, the stock market came down. I told you it'll come down, right? When it hit 30,000, it'll come down, and indeed, it really happened. So why would Japan get involved? Well, apparently, for Japan, it's interesting. Japan is all right. All the toilet making, paints, steel, all were down. Machineries, all were down because they sell many products to China. And of course, if the stock market is not doing well, or let's say the whole economy goes down, they will be affected. So investors are very smart. Once they smell blood in the water, the sharks arrive, they go for the kill. And after that, of course, the Nikkei have been going on for quite a few days, right? So it's also give them a precise good reason to take profit. Now, the thing is this guy, Soji Harakawa, okay, he says that, well, considering Beijing Olympic is coming in 5 months' time, I told you about Winter Olympic, they believe that they are in this strategy. The strategy says that the Chinese government will not tolerate Evergrande credit concerns spilling over. Okay, so this is what they believe. They believe that the Chinese government will die support the market. So in fact, he felt that, right, this is a good time to buy on dip. Now, I'm not too sure, is it because really it's a good time to buy on dip or because they want you to go in? But nonetheless, he's not wrong. So I can only say that maybe later part. In the later part, when they have the carnage is over, the selling is done, then maybe at the later part, you can consider to buy it from there. Okay? And then maybe later on, the Chinese government will find one way or another with BlackRock and HSBC probably to motivate the market towards the Olympic. So I think that the buying will finally come in a good way in October, November period when things have settled down and things somebody go and answer for certain things. So do take note of that. Right, of course, we also know that a lot of companies, like I told you before, all the insurance company got hit and stuff like that. So overall, it's all right. People are now getting a bit worried. That's not as the same what we saw previously. Okay, all right, that is all the local news and foreign news that look at, or global news that look at the important market information for references. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so congratulations to you, Susan, for making money. Okay, so now what I have over here. Now, we do expect the Federal Reserve will soothe the market because they will not want to create any big problem here. And anticipated, everybody know that Jerome Powell will not say anything much. He will just say, okay, we'll do tapering, but not now. Likely he will do that. And of course, with that happen, we do expect them buying the bond market, okay? So he will definitely do his best to distinguish and decouple the association of this interest rate versus tapering, definitely. Of course, we all know that to have interest rate to be hiked, you need to do taper first. But the thing is that according to Jerome Powell, taper can be done, interest rate, we put it away first. So that is where the market trying to tie them together, but he's saying no, 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 and the market is now asking whether who's lying. All right. Anyway, the point is this, they don't expect any hike in 2022, that's for sure, accordingly, but they do expect it to happen in 2024. So the dot plot later on will be very important because the dot plot says 2024. If they move it to 2023, that is where the concern will come in. Okay, so traders kindly take note of that. So according to some by Steve Lisman, you know him, right? This is the guy who always one reading off the CNBCs or the tapering of FOMC Lisman, right? So whatever he write, I kind of believe a little bit more. So he says that according to a survey with 32 market participants, he believed that there will be a tapering in November. There will be an announcement, sorry, and the taper will be December. I kind of buy that. I believe this will really happen. Okay. But then again, there will be no rate hike. That is for sure. Okay. So this is what I can be very sure. Right. Only thing is that the correspondents are all saying that they are looking at the S&P to hit 4,500. Now S&P is trading at 4,400 plus. So if you think that they are going to be correct, we have 3 months away, you can consider to buy into it itself. Okay, you can consider to buy into that. If you think that the market is going to recover, you can buy into that. Okay, and they are saying that it will go higher to 4,765 next year. Wow, very optimistic. So you can see that this is the forecast of the correspondent. So apparently it's now, when will the Fed begin tapering? So out of the many people, right, 3 of them say it'll start in October, which is next month. That is kind of like not expected. November, yeah, more people say that, but 14 are pretty sure it should be in December. Now this is the consensus, okay? Now for this guy say March, I don't think so. I think this guy kind of crappy in my opinion, but I don't know who is that. I'm kind of thinking to myself that if you want to make it better, right, they should start in November. Yeah, if they do it in November, I think that will really help the market a little bit better. But again, this is my personal opinion. All right, so let's see whether what happened tonight. If they do say November, well, that will be very interesting, really. And of course, they are looking at, this is what they say, likely the taper amount will be about $15 billion per month. That means that every month reduced by 15 billion. That is something a little bit higher than my expectation. I thought about 10 to 15 billion. They're looking at 15 billion total, okay? And they still believe that by 2022, there will be a first rate hike by December 2022. I think that by the time that happens, it's a bit late. I think you should start doing it earlier by June, because by the time, if you're going to do this until late next year, I believe that the inflation will just keep on going higher, and this will be too late for the market to accept it, in my opinion, okay? All right. All right, and of course, this is the forecast. So maybe, again, you can look at it now. They are saying that now the current price of 43.43. This is spot market cash. So they're saying that by end of the year itself, we should see 45.00 or 45.07 to be precise. And they see another uptick about 5% to 47.65 by end of December 2022. Now, all these forecasts is pretty cool, right? The only thing is that I want to ask is that the analysts, when they give us this forecast, do they buy themselves? Because if they buy themselves and they can make a lot of money from it. So why don't they do that for themselves? Okay, so all these are my personal view. You can consider take this as a form of guidance. Okay. Oops, sorry, once again. Now, of course, what happened on Monday when the stock price came down, right? Our good friend Cathie Wood again came into the picture. Now, you know that Cathie Wood loves to buy stocks whenever it's down, right? As she always says. So apparently she did that. So Cathie Wood basically says that she buys more stocks because she thinks that that's a very good time to buy. Yeah, she said that why must you be afraid? You should buy more stocks during such a period of time. So Cathie Wood basically came in and bought more stocks, according to her. So what she did is that although her ARK Innovation is still down for this year, but she went in to buy more. Okay, so these are the counters that she bought: Coinbase, Zoom, Unipath, Robinhood, Roku, Invite, Ginkgo, all right, Signify, and PagerDuty. All right. So apparently it's all right. She bought more of this counter. Okay. So this counter dropped, she buys more. So again, guys, if you think that Cathie Wood is really the queen of stock market, then these are the counters that she bought. Then you may want to take a picture of this or take note of this thing, and then maybe I'll buy those counters and you say, if she's correct, you're winning money. All right. For me itself, I'm not comfortable to buy any of them. I went through some of the counters here. I can't see a reason other than she's just buying on cheap. I'm not comfortable, right? I'm not comfortable. Yeah, that's my view. Okay. Now, of course, we look at ARK Innovation. ARK Innovation on its own, we have a bit of interesting comment. Now, ARK Innovation, as you can see, last year itself, right, it was at about $33. Then after that, it shoot all the way up to this point here itself at about $160. So this counter went up by 20 times. Wow, 20 times. Incredible, right? Okay. Sorry, my bad, not 20 times, sorry. Went up by 5 times, sorry, my bad. Sorry, 5 times. It went up by 5 times, okay? So it's pretty good, very impressive. But you notice that when it hit $160, the price went down all the way to this point here. Now let's assume that this is considered an overdone price. This is the highest price. the midpoint should be here, right? So apparently itself now you do see a bit of midpoint, about $135 is the fair value for this counter at midpoint. But you can see that the last few months, even though the Dow Jones is higher, Nasdaq is higher, the ARK innovation is not moving much. Okay, so here is my point. Now, every time, whenever you see huge volume traded in ARK innovation, you notice that it's because the stock price has came down quite significantly. And after that itself, the stock price do recover. So I will say this, the next time I see a sudden surge of volume, and if the price is going down, maybe that will be a lovely time to buy a lot of ARK innovation. But only when all that thing happened, then we look at it. If not, itself, right, it's kind of too early to buy into ARK innovation right now, in my opinion. And of course, you look carefully at the chart right now, you can see that the ARK innovation now is kind of like testing my trend line, the major trend line that we have. So if this major trend line is being taken as consideration, it may pull ARK innovation downwards. And I think that 110 will be a better level. Now currently it's about 117. So another drop of 6% might help. But it can go down to $98. That will be my lovely price to buy. Okay, so of course, again, different people got different views. I'm not going to put my view on you, but you can consider. Okay, consider only. No need to get too serious. Okay, Fred just typed something in. Interest rate plot brought forward back for gold, right? Yes, if the interest rate, if the plot chart move forward, the dollar will likely push higher. Gold may go down. Yeah, gold may go down. That's correct. Yes, indeed. But of course, if that happens again, the equity market may fall off or so. That also push the gold down also. But after it push down the gold a bit down, after that it's all right. The market say, okay, you know what? Let's buy some gold. Then the gold may go up again. Right. So it all depends on where the market wants to look at it. Because if the market look at it, you know, currently now there might be a knee-jerk effect. But if it's going to be a 2022, then 2023. Then of course the market say, okay, it's still a long time to go, so don't worry. So there will be a knee-jerk effect, correct, Fred, but it will not change the trend of the market, because the longer they take their time to do their tapering, the inflation every day is building in. And because now China itself having a problem, it may create a very big disruption on the supply chain, and the whole thing may get disrupted. And that is whereby the price will go higher. Think about this, where so many things made in China, and let's say China itself got into some trouble, right? This is how internally it's going to have some repercussion effect, definitely for sure. Okay, that's my view. So Morgan Stanley, this guy, right, Mike Wilson, right? Remember him, right? He was very bearish, and yesterday he came out again and reiterate his point again about why he felt the market is going to go down. He created this thing called the fire and ice direction, and he felt that, right, the ice scenario will likely happen, which means that there'll be more destructive outcome, and the correction can be as much as 20%. Well, I cannot say that he's right or wrong, but I can buy his view, but I don't think the market dropped by 20%. A drop of 10% to 4,000, I buy it. Okay, I repeat, the drop of 10% to 4,000, I buy it. To tell me you drop by 20% to 3,600 for the S&P 500, I don't agree. All right, because I said again, there's so much money available in the system, it's going to be tough. Unless the market want to do it, go down a lot, so that gives a lot of space for people to buy at the low, or they can. But we all know that majority of the funds are now fully invested in the market. The NAAIM, right, the one that basically put all the fund managers together index, shows that there are 96% of them are already fully vested in the market. So with 96% fully vested in the market itself, right, it's kind of be tough for more money to be available. So unless they sell it down and everybody take out their position and they wait for a lower price to buy again, if not itself, right, it's gonna be tough. Yeah. So I don't think you'll hit 4,000, but 3,006, but 4,000 in my opinion, yeah, possible. No worries, Fred. This is my personal opinion too. I may be totally wrong. Okay, all right. So we have covered a lot of the fundamentals. Today is a bit longer because today I stretch a bit more because we have FOMC tonight. And of course, today no Hong Kong, so we talk a bit more. All right, so let's look at the chart right now. The bull goes bull, the bear goes grrr, and let me say it's going to be different this time. Let's take a look at the charts right now. Okay. Okay, here we go. You can see now China A50 this morning has shot up. I told you it will recover, and truth be told, boom, it went up. Okay, so the MLP today for China A50 should be here, right? Yeah. So this morning, the market opens straight away. It's above MLP. Straight away, it goes up. So the China A50 goes up. But if you look at it in the bigger picture, we are still far away from MA30. So that means there's still suppressed downward side selling in the market. So for China stock itself, right, we only hope that it maintains its upside today. Now, if it can maintain and goes back into this area, this is the minus 1 times 1 area. Okay, still maybe the market may recover. That's a possibility. But if the market doesn't stay and goes down, if there's profit taking later on, or there could be negative news, wow. If this whole push up fail to stay, the selling should bring it back down again. Okay, so traders to understand this, how it goes up, how it comes down, right? So all these will play its part later today. Okay, so traders kindly take note of that. Yeah. Okay, so that is China A50. Hong Kong is closed today. As you can see, it's closed. So likely, if this China stock market rally continue, likely tomorrow Hong Kong will gap up. That's for sure. Okay. All right, let's look at the Dow Jones now. As you can see, we have a bit of recovery. It was down initially. Now Dow Jones, phew, beautiful. Everybody look at it here. Now look at this Dow Jones, and we do a short recap on this. Okay, look at it. Yesterday we mentioned that 34,229 is a very important MA200 level, right? And the market, the Dow Jones purposely went all the way up. But you look at this, once it triggered that point, it went up higher. But once it failed and pulled back and rejected the 34,299, the 34,229 level, wow, the Dow Jones just collapsed. So let's just do a quick recap of what happened on the Dow yesterday using the 15-minute chart with the MA200, sorry. Okay, so everybody take a look what happened on the Dow yesterday. So the Dow open price was here. So initially it went up first, okay, nice. And then after that, it went past the MA200, cross over it, right? So it pushed up higher. But you notice that once it hit the highest point itself, right, it created almost a highest point, created a BNB, as we mentioned. And after that, it started to come down. Now, when it came down itself, right, that was where it started to stop at the MA200 level, okay? 200 level. Then it tried to go down again, recover. And again, it tried, but this time around, once it failed to stay above it, despite it tried to penetrate above, boom, that was where the Dow Jones fell down all the way. So the MA200 really shows its impact as of yesterday, okay? So now, how or today? What will we do for today? Now, today it's going to be like this. Okay, today the MA200, we can just put it in right now. The MA200 is somewhere near here. Okay, and that's about 34,234. It's higher, in fact, higher, because the mathematics shows that the market is going up a little bit. So 34,234, okay, will be the important MA200 level. So if the Dow Jones has to go up, it has to cross 34,234 for further upside. Now, for the MA30, obviously, it's a shorter time frame. That's why it's lower. So the MA30 is even further away. It's at 34,800 plus level. Wow, very far away, right? So with that itself, right, probability is that the market will stay down for time being. Now, of course, you can see that also this morning, if you notice everybody, that the 95% mark is here at 33,835. It hit the first day, rebounded. Today, hit, rebounded, right? So that means that this 95% mark, like, is like a, it works like a, this, like a buy, like, you know, the algorithm buy, hit 5% just buy, 5% just buy. And it seemed to be happening, right? So traders, watch out for this 33,835 level. This is actually a very important max number. As long as the market cannot stay below it, it will likely be going up because this is the minus 5%. Now, but the thing is this, if the market have been using it as a form like a base level, it cannot close below. If one day, if the market closed below, if the market Dow Jones closed below 33,835, wow, the selling could be drastic, okay? I repeat, all right, so let me just key for you right now, everybody. Dow, this MA200 estimate at 34,234. 95% is at the 33,835. 852, 835, sorry. Okay, so which means that as long as the market stays up, it's fine. But if the market really pulls back and close below 33,835, right, the selling could be really drastic. The selling could be really drastic. So traders, you really want to be careful with this, okay? You just need to be careful. Okay. All right. Okay, let's look at the Dow Weekly Chart. Now the Dow Weekly Chart definitely looks pretty ugly. All right, it's at 34,013 now. All right, earlier was down further 2 days ago. So I still stand my ground on this weekly chart that I still think that if it's going to go down further, it will come down to this point, and that's 33,199. Okay, so that is my view lah. I still think that if the market is to stay down, the likelihood that you go down to 33,199 is going to be much higher than expected. Okay, so again, the point is this: you guys will have to make your own decision to see whether or not it will happen. But once it hit down there itself, right, I will think that the market will kind of rebound. Okay, this is my personal take. So 33,199. So we're talking about where are we now? Well, we are about probably 800 points away, 800 plus points away. Okay, so traders, please take note of that. Okay. Okay, let's look at the Dow Jones for today using a TWB system chart. Now, the Dow Jones today, the opening price is between the two pivot. KSI is red, so likely the market will go down first, right? But if the market goes above OP, it will go to KTR +1. Now, because today's morning already you have big movement in the Dow Jones because of the China market, sorry. So let's take a look. Now, what you can see very clearly now this morning, the Dow was going down. Then it misses the KTR -1 by a little bit and then rebounded with a strong BNB. Now this is a strong BNB. Why strong? Because you can see it's pretty big. And the KSI also turned green. So it's a BNB and it triggered OP, right? So it's a buy over here. And if you buy over here, the first profit level with KTR +1, which the market trigger. Now, of course, you can say, Cal, can we just hold longer to go for KTR +2? Well, the KSI on the day chart is red. So you must understand the upside limitation is there. And you also notice that pivot 1 and KTR +2 is a stack over there. Stack means very near to each other. If the market can maintain above KTR +1, it may actually goes up if the market buying through really continue. Because I say the buying is definitely because of China A50, and that's the reason why I say that as long as the Chinese market continue come in, you can still, there is a good chance they may basically push. But if there's selling coming down later on, then the whole thing, all these upside will be kind of like taken up from the market. Okay? All right, so just take note of that. Okay. Now, Nasdaq today, interesting. Now, Nasdaq this morning was a doji directional day potential. So that's why some of us shorted the Nasdaq initially. But of course, when the Nasdaq came down, we should put our stop loss or trailing stop. And then suddenly, because of the Chinese news, zoom, it turned up. And of course, stop loss all being triggered. No choice. Now, when this doji directional day, of course, we will want to predict where it's going to go, right? Either up or down. But since the market now choose to be above OP, then definitely the upside is going to be there. Okay, so this one, take note of that. Now, we also see very clear in movement here that this 95% mark, 14,933 is the Nasdaq. And 2 days ago, it traded. So likely today, if it comes down, I believe that 14,933 will be traded. And of course, if that happen again, if you are a buyer, you consider to buy when it goes back above it, okay? Because we have seen it happening before, so likely it may happen again. All right, 14,933. So I'll write down for you, okay? Nasdaq. It's a potential EJDD setup. And the 95% mark is at 14,933. Yeah. Okay. So traders just kindly think of all these things here. 14,933 is the 95% mark. Okay. All right, Ken. Okay. China A50 is still trading higher right now. Yeah, it's trading higher. That's why the Dow and Nasdaq is still moving up. So seemingly there's a lot of buying now coming into the market. Okay. Okay, for Nasdaq, same thing again, but very interesting. Nasdaq this morning, the low came down. Consider, yeah, triggered the KCB at 1949. It was the low was 14949. The low is 14950. So about 1 point difference. And once it hit there itself, right, you can see the market rebounded. Now, do note the KSI for the Nasdaq is green in color. That's why there'll be still some buying momentum, and if the market goes above OP, the buying momentum will kick in. So let's take note of that. So if the Nasdaq is to go up today, it may go up to this point here because as I said, the KSI is green, and it's green itself, right? Upside potential is there. Okay, this one you have to follow the rules. All right, it may have be different. The Dow is down, it can be red, but the Nasdaq can be green. So you have to follow. Okay. Now, this is the S&P 500 now. S&P 500 earlier was down to 1433.3. Then after that, now it go back up to 4367. Apology. All right, so what it's trying to say is that, right, initially it's down. It's a very negative candlestick material. It's like it's a reverse hammer, evening star. And the market went down initially, but because of China intervention right now, the market goes up. So if it can stay above the 43.24 level, 95% mark, it should be able to go up. Okay, so the MLP for today is somewhere near here. So which means that now it's trading above MLP, right? So all these are pretty positive sign that the market now is on the buy side for now. Okay, on the buy side. Now MA 200 is over here. Okay, the MA 30 is here. So it's kind of like pretty in between. Pretty in between. That's not the I do by this MA 30, MA 200 is very far away for Nasdaq. Just to make it appropriate. Okay, so S&P 500, let's take a look. Also today, also between the two pivot point, KSI is red. See different, huh? The Nasdaq KSI is green, the S&P KSI is red. So, which means that if the market is going to go to KTR +1 to +2, do consider take some partial profit because it may be limited there. So see difference. The one in Nasdaq, I say will go to +1 and +2. Nasdaq S&P one is +1 and May +2. So there's a bit of change in between our wording there on there. Okay. All right. So let's look at DAX. DAX yesterday, incredible. Again, we gave a very perfect number. 15,371. I said that if the DAX goes up, it will be going up to here, 15,371, and then after that, there might be pullback, and indeed, it really happened. So again, if we do a bit of fast forward recap on the DAX, you can see how amazing is this. Look at it. Look at how amazing is this, okay? The market opens here, then it travels all the way up, and then once it hit the technical point, came back down. You see that? Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of surprise for you guys, a little gift for you. Very soon, we will have a TWB Basic coming out very soon. Basic means that we are putting some of the stuff that you like okay, into it as well. So that means that you are able to see charts that you really like MAs and MLP automatically drawn for you on our TWB chart. Yes, indeed, we are actually coming out with something with this, and it's going to be very impressive. And this is a very lower price. So which means that, right, the public member, if they want to try out our system, right, with all these so-called techniques, right, they can come and try. Now, for students of ours, you guys don't need to worry. You're not going to pay extra money for this. I told you guys before, you only pay your cost fee only once unless you upgrade yourself. Indicator itself, right, if there's going to be any upgrade on it itself, right, it's only still be $96 per month. Okay, so which means that if you're going to add in this extra stuff, right, I'm going to create something for you. Because if you put everything in a chart, it's going to be very cluttered, right? What if it's going to be switched on and off? Okay, so that's why a lot of new stuff coming in, and I know that you guys will love this new improvisation. And you can see again, once again, we always will bring good stuff for you because we are traders. We know what you want. and we know that what you really need, and of course we'll give you the best. So if you guys are like what I just tell you, right? Please put all the love and likes and the care emoticons right now, and let me see that. Okay. Now, when will that be ready? Not so soon. Don't worry, right? We try to push it up as fast as we can, but even if it's ready, we also need time for it to stabilize and see whether it's working fine. And of course, we'll test it out and see whether all is good. Yeah, you don't worry about that. Our level of commitment is always there. You should know that very well. Okay, our level of commitment is always there. Okay, we are always pushing ourselves to make things better and better for you guys. You should know by now, right? We only want you to do well. That's all. Because once you do well, right, you will definitely be able to assist us. That's how I see it. I don't see it short term. I see it as a very long term project with us. Okay. All right. So we have the Nasdaq DEX done. Let's look at the Nikkei. Excuse me. Oh, thank you very much, Angeline. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Traders market. Yeah, traders training, traders market. Okay, thank you so much. Huh? Wow, very nice. Okay, lah, Angeline, because you made my day. All right, Susan, please give Angeline 3.8 ADA coin. Yay, Angeline, thank you. Okay. 3.8 ADA coin is given to Angeline because she says that we are the best. Okay. All right. Yay. Angeline has been always a very supportive friend, and I know that for her background is all right. To come up with a statement like this is like wow, like wow, you know. It's really, really, thank you so much, Angeline. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for this. Okay. All right. So for us it's all right. We really, really want you guys really, do well. Because we want you guys to make money. Because only when you make money, your cost fee can recover. That is what you minimum as a business person. In fact, you need to recover back your costs. Yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. Angeline says that every word you meant it because you went for many courses already. Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yes, indeed. This version, the basic one, come out right. It will make a lot of you guys even happier, and the accuracy itself is going to be wow. Okay. Thank you very much once again. Thank you, Angeline. Appreciate that. The coin will still be given to you. Susan, please proceed. Thank you very much. Okay. So let's look at the Nikkei. As I told you before, Nikkei, apology. Now, Nikkei has came down, and I told you there will be a MA30 somewhere around here, looking at 29,390. And today itself is now at about here, at 29,460 level. Now, MLP today is here. You can see that. So yesterday, it broke MLP. It goes up, understand. And what is crazy is that when it stopped there itself, you notice that it's actually the BNB SL level. Again, all these are technical things that you can see keep on repeating. And of course, now it's below MLP. That's why you see Nikkei coming down. Okay, Nikkei is coming down. So I strongly believe that Nikkei will touch this point. I believe that Nikkei will come down to touch this point in the near term, which is 29,450 range. I believe that Nikkei will come down to this point. And when it comes to this point, it's all right. It may stabilize and then it may pump up again. It may. So let's just see whether it happens or not. All right. Thank you, guys. Let's continue with Nikkei. Okay. Now, Nikkei day chart today is quite interesting. If I look at it, Nikkei day chart today is supposed to be a CCRY. So it's a buy, right? But the problem is now Nikkei is trading below OP. You cannot buy. And also now it's developing the red. So now the thing is this, unless Nikkei goes above OP, right, if not, no buying. And of course, the KSI is red, right? Even you're buying, you have to reduce your size, okay? So if Nikkei stays red today, that means the CCYR will kick in. And that means this is a new zebra. And it's going to be a new zebra, red, yellow, red, yellow. This will be the high of the zebra, low of the zebra. So if the market is go down, right, wow, the Nikkei can come down all the way, because the effect of the 1x1, remember I told you about the zebra 1x1. If the Nikkei really goes down, right, Nikkei can come down all the way here. That means it can go down to 28,000 level, 500. Wow. If Nikkei come down to 28,500, it had to take away all these gains here itself. Okay. Would it be possible? I say again, anything is possible in the financial market. So Nikkei traders, if you're long in Nikkei, you have to watch. Hopefully it stays at the yellow bar by the end of the day, then it's fine. But if you stay at red color, the zebra effect will likely happen. You may actually see some form of selling. So traders in Nikkei, Please take note of that. Okay. As I say again, my job is to share with you. There's no which side am I? Just to tell you that. Okay. Okay. Done. Nikkei. Okay. So now we come to the part that you guys love is gold. Okay. Let's look at gold, shall we? Wow, gold has beautifully stabilized itself at 1762. That is a Fibo figure. 1762 is the Fibonacci figure, 1762, and it is now kind of firmed itself above it. So now where would it go? Well, you can see very clearly the MA didn't change much. 1790 today will be the MA 30. 1799 will be the MA 200. So which means that if gold can stay up, gold will be trading towards 1790 today. That will be the first resistance. The next resistance it will be 1799. But based on Fibonacci figure, if the market can cross 50%, it will likely go to the next Fibo, and the next Fibo itself is 1836. Okay, 1836. So all I can say is this. Okay, the chocolate bar is actually at 1794. Okay, so I'm going to write a few numbers for you now. Okay, so if for gold, gold wow, is it? Ah, no wonder. Okay, Liu have just confirmed with us, says that Evergrande unit Hengda says that they will actually make an interest payment bond due tomorrow. Wow, that's a very good news. Okay, great. Great. That means that someone is coming with money. Maybe someone needs to be paid. Maybe someone paid. So make sure that it's stabilized. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Oh, some CMC markets. Okay, Liu, thank you so much. Appreciate that. No wonder. Huh? Okay, thank you very much. All right. Okay, thank you very much, Liu. Appreciate that. Okay, now since this is a very important news, I don't see mainstream media. Liu, I will also be giving you another 3.8 ADA coin because you really take the effort to send to help us to inform us. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Liu. Thank you very much. 3.8 ADA coin for Liu. All right, Susan, kindly take note of that. Okay, thing is this. Let's look at gold again. Thank you so much, Liu. Okay, gold upside. Okay, so MA at 30 upside is at about estimate 1790. KCB chocolate bar will be at 1794. Then MA 200 1799, and Fibo target is 1836. Okay, support at 1762. Fibo support. No worries, Leo. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay. Okay, look at it. Look at the comment box I just typed to you. So for gold itself, right, MA 30 is estimate 1790, KCB is 1794, MA 200 is 1799. Okay, the Fibo target is 1836, while the support is 1762, and that is the Fibo level. So how do we trade? So basically, if a market stays above OP, I will buy, and then I will look to take profit at first profit at 1790. My first profit 1790. Then after that itself, right, if it goes higher, I can take my next profit at 1794. And when it hit 1799, I can actually take out even more profit because it's scaling up. Then after that, when the market pulls back down again, I'll get back my capital back, right? And I wait for a good price, and then I buy from the bottom again to aim for 1836 if it cross again 1799. You got my point. The strategy is you shouldn't be buying along the way up. You should buy it right now and it's cheap, the risk is low. And when it goes to a higher level, you take partial profits along the way. And then after that, when it hit the highest level recently, I say hit a high level, and then you take profit along the way up, right? And when the price come back down, your capital is back to you again. You can wait for a base price again and look to buy again. All right, look to buy again. So that is how we can do for gold. So for me, it's all right. As the price go to this price, I will seriously appeal to you. You can also follow through and also take some profits along the way with us. Okay, remember, taking profit is never wrong. Okay, I repeat, taking profit is never wrong. Okay, all right, cool. All right, if you like this sharing here itself, please key the word like, L-I-K-E. All right, or give me a lot of emoticons of love, likes, and care. I'll take some water. Okay. Now, someone gave me mooncake yesterday, and I was asking her why you give us mooncake. She said that, Calvin, I've never seen any trainers doing MAO in the market that frequently. And your market MAO itself is every morning at 8:45. And based on the market channel that you pump up the news, it's about 5 a.m. So which means that you had to be up at about 4 a.m. Is it correct? I said, yeah, I up about 4 to 4:30 a.m. every morning to prepare myself, to go through CNBC, watch whatever I need to watch, go through the videos. The thing is this, I don't take everything from CNBC, Bloomberg. I actually do more stuff. I actually go through a lot of YouTubers' video, and when they would do it right, I will watch and listen to what they say. Sometimes I can get some very good information from there itself. And after that, when I finish watching all this, it's all right. Then I start to summarize in my brain and then prepare the PowerPoint slides. Okay. So seriously, all the technical side, the drawing of lines, everything is done live, which means I've never seen a chart. And whenever I see a chart right now, live, I tell you already. So this is the freshest. There's no bias. There's no pre-prepared, sharing. It's all the live part is the technical side is all live. So if I make a mistake in my call, means I make a mistake. If I am correct, means I'm spot on. So I'm quite fortunate that I've been quite decently spot on average itself. So all I can say is this: for people who actually take the advantage of the situation, take advantage of their position now as a TWB student, and they use it to make money, right? I think that is the right thing to do. And the best thing is that I don't charge extra money for this. I don't charge. Yeah, it's free. Just have to come online. And because we actually improvise to go onto Facebook, that means that, right, you can watch it even anytime you want at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Just turn on replay, you can watch it already. So again, all this is because we really want you guys to benefit. If we don't think for you, we will charge you money, or we will actually even consider to let you see if you pay for it. We don't do that. We really think for you. Only those things that we need to put extra costs involved, that it's going to be a bit detrimenting, then no choice with the cost, pay some money. Okay, if not, we are definitely there itself. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Kai. Thank you so much. Wow, priceless from heaven. Wow, so nice. Okay, MAO is powerful. Thank you very much. Do you appreciate that? Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Kai. Thank you, Eric. Thank you guys for giving like button. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate that. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Kai. All right, now look at the goal itself. What's that? And then she said, okay, Cal, because of that, it's all right. I give you this mooncake. And so I really want you to do well for a family. I'm so touched. Yeah, really very, very touched. Okay, now yesterday someone was asking me, Cal, where did you get your 1770? Now, of course, if you didn't actually listen to my MAO yesterday, you wouldn't have known where 1770 came from. Okay. Yeah, because yesterday you look through the daily chart, the TWB chart, you wouldn't have find 1770. Okay, it was mentioned only on yesterday's MAO. Now, where's the 1770 came from? It came from here, my friends. Here. The intersection point for the weekly chart. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this intersection weekly chart. Okay, normally I don't do that. So what does this mean? That means that I'm saying to you that if let's say we put a weekly chart into perspective, okay, there is an intersection point on there. And this level is 1770. So I did tell you that if the goal is to go up, right, you will have to cross 1770 first. And then once 1700 is 1770 cross, okay, then you can actually, see further upside, and it is happening right now. Can you see that happening now? Wow, you guys have left so much lovely messages for me. Okay lah, let's do it lah. Okay, Susan, Are you around, Susan? Are you around, Susan? Okay, Susan around? Susan, can you see this? Okay. All right. If you see that I put a love button on the person name, okay, love button on the person's name, I want you to give them a Hang Seng today, Hang Seng close today. All right, I want you to give them a 3.8 ADA coin also, okay? Those who have put a love button beside their name, give them the 3.8 ADA coin now, because likely you guys have been really very supportive. I know that you guys are always around us, giving us all the support, okay? Thank you very much. So who are they? Eric, Kai, Anthony, Alex, okay, Brian, Allison, Fred, Richard Hing, okay, give it to them, all right, give it to them, really, all right, Susan never sleep. Wow, Noel also coming in. Okay lah, Noel, once in a while I do see you, I'll give it to you also, Susan. Those who basically gets the love button, right, please give them the coin, okay? Now, all these are all the courtesy of this TWB Academy, not that I give, because we actually have a quota we can give out every week. It's just that today I feel so happy that you guys really appreciate it. So probably gonna eat the next week quota already. Damn, I'm gonna have to answer myself again. Okay, so anyway, guys, this is 1770. Do remember this. This is a very critical level for gold. As long as gold stays above 1770, gold can go higher. Now, gold, the MLP that we all know is a very powerful number, 1820. It was created from this guy here. Now, that was many, many weeks ago, right? Now, this 1820 will be a strong, strong resistance. It tried to break. Then after that, the next following week, it crashed down again. So this one is a false movement here. It's a false move. So because of that itself, right, 1820 will be very critical. Now, if ever one time again, gold cross 1820 and stay above 1820, gold is going to go up. I tell you that. If any one time, if gold is going to cross 1820 and stay above 1820, gold is going to go up. How much will it go? It will go up to this point itself. What level is that? 1876. 1876, okay? Yeah, so if gold can cross 1820 and stay above it, and stay above it, the next level is 1820. 1876, sorry. Now, the thing is this, someone asked me, Kel, would you be buying gold in a lot right now? Well, I did accumulate. I did ask my friend to accumulate some gold recently the last 2-3 days. Yeah. But I'm still not to the point that, buy a lot and just keep it for long term. Because as long as the equity market doesn't really pull back down significantly, still not enough. And with the Evergrande problem right now going in, right, I want to see how it goes. If tomorrow they're paying and they also pay on Friday, okay, maybe we can look at it deeper already. Yeah? Okay, let's see how it goes. No worry, Kai. We give it to you because we want you to get used to cryptocurrency. Okay, the whole objective here is is to basically get you guys very acquainted with cryptocurrencies. Because when we come out our crazy coin in the later stage, okay, you will know how it works. You will know how it used, and you know how the power of the appreciation it will be. You see that? If I tell you now we have crazy coin this year, and next year it come out, right, you will be still in a question mark, don't know what's going on. But by doing this today, right now, you guys are used to it. You know how to move around your wallets, your cold wallet, your warm hot wallet. You know how to utilize it, and that is what you do with it. You understand? So that's the reason why we are building this. Everything we do, right, is all building towards a bigger picture. Even this coming down the basic system itself, right, is also building towards a bigger picture. We are visionary. We see it further. I'm not here just to make cost fee and then settle our debts and stuff like that. I'm looking at much further. And I said again to you guys, my vision is clear. I would like to have this day happen. Okay, Cal's dream. Okay, I already told you before, right? My dream is to have 8,000 students trading with their handphone in our Singapore indoor stadium. This is always a dream that I know that it might be a crazy dream that may not happen, but it's still a dream, because that's the reason why I believe that, because when I was much younger and this vision already, right? But I was thinking that how to put 8,000 computers set in the indoor stadium, I think it's going to be very hot and it's going to be very crazy. But then I realized that as the time goes by, our handphone is never going to leave our hand. So therefore, right, if everybody can use their handphone to trade together, and all our data are all zooming to the bagger screen to show where are we trading, who is winning. Oh my God, it become like WCG, World Computer Games event. And I believe that that day will come. Now, 8,000 people doesn't mean from Singapore, we're talking about regional. That's why the vision is to go regional, international. And I'm very fortunate that my team still survive with us, despite all the nonsense in the market, all the negative stuff, we're still pushing it on. That's why I can only say this. If there's anything to thank my team, right, it's because that I must make it successful so that they get rewarded with monetary and also self-fulfilling, because a lot of the family members are very against them joining us. But you know, if only if we succeed, right, then the family will say, okay, fine, they were wrong, and they were happy that the spouses, their family members make the right choice to stay with TWB. And when TWB really hit that level, then all the hard work, all the sacrifices, all the emotional unhappiness will all be taken up. You understand? That is my vision. And to me, that is much greater than money. Really, seriously, when you can see people around you who support you really benefiting from it, right? It warms the heart really. And that is where I see where I'm going. So of course, you may say, Cal, getting emotional in the morning, right? It doesn't matter to me, but this, I think those who know me, they know that from day one, this dream have never, changed. It's not a dream to be a billionaire, a dream to be a very rich man. No, my dream is to put you guys inside there, indoor stadium. That is where I'm looking at it. Yes, the World Computer Game Series. I really love that, and that day will happen. Yeah, it did. That day will happen. Ben and in the Porsche. I'm never into cars. I don't talk about cars. See, I just want to clear off everything. All my debts clear, back to zero, and then start to make money. Give my family members enough that they deserve. Good enough. That is my dream. Okay. So where would that be? Target end of next year, December 2022. That's my dream. Okay. That's the reason why we are pushing up a lot of stuff. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Kai. Remember, Germany, Germany. All right. Remember, Germany. All right. I want to go to Germany with you, bro. My hard work. Thank you very much, Jerry. Appreciate it. Okay, sorry to carry away. I'm so sorry. Let's continue. Okay, let's look at the goal itself of today. The goal today, this morning, opens between the two pivot, and it hit the pivot 2 and rebounded. Now, KSI is red in color. Blue bars are there, but you notice the blue bar is retracting. Now, this is a good sign. Blue bars are there means there's some selling. But blue bars retracting or recovering backward to neutral is very important. It's very, very bullish. Is very, very bullish. Okay, so which means that if the market recovers, all right, gold should go up. Now, I'm still waiting for the CCRY to happen, because the last CCRY we didn't make money and we lost money. So I'm waiting for the next CCRY. Okay, but nonetheless itself, right, if you can cross past the cash support level, I think that'll be pretty good. Okay, so traders, my personal view is this: watch out for gold. If gold now hit the pivot 2 and rebound, KSI is red in color. So hit KTR +1, take some profit. Hit KTR +2, consider to take even more profit. Especially tonight, we have FOMC, right? So you may want to go slower along the way up, okay? But at least for now, we can see on the M15. Let's take a look. Okay, you can see that we have a BMB right here, and the BMB is a low of the day, very good sign. Then you follow by CCRY, very good sign. The KSI come in, very good sign. No blue bars, very good sign. So which means that likely chance gold is going to hit 1780 later today. 1780. Gold will hit 1780 later today. And hopefully it happened. So if people who wants to go in, you can look at 1780. So if anybody later on buy gold and you pick probably 1780, do consider to post into the gold group chat. Okay, I want you to do that. Okay. All right, Kai will be the country trainer for Germany. I'm sure he'll do a great job. Kai is a very nice guy, really very nice, and I like him really, really very cool guy. All right, Angeline, don't forget what Warren Buffett believes: must take care of health first, one body. Okay, true enough, yeah. True enough, yes, indeed. Now, in case some of you recognize it, I put on a lot of weight recently, right? Not because I eat a lot, you know that, although my wife did that. But because I don't sleep, my body mass increased. Yeah, my body mass increased. My weight didn't change much. My mass increased. So you can see my whole body length, my chest size, my muscles. Yeah, I will take care of my health. Thank you so much. I know that, yeah, I need to be around to take care of you guys too. I understand that. Okay. All right, silver. Now, silver has rebounded, and I told you $22.30 is a good level to buy some silver. And indeed, silver has bottomed out a little bit. I believe silver is going to go up. So I also did ask my friend to buy some silver. Now we're a bit of a profit already. But again, silver and versus gold itself, right? I still prefer gold because the demand is definitely stronger with gold. You understand? Silver will be demand in speculation form. So when the market goes shoot up, right? So when gold shoot up, silver will fly up. Different, shoot up and fly up is different. But if gold comes down, silver will come down very fast. You understand? So that's a different here. So you have to understand how you proportion your funds. Okay. So more money on gold, lesser money on silver, but when they do run together, right, silver will run faster. But when it comes down, right, silver will be more detrimenting. So you need to understand the upside and downside. Cannot always focus on upside. You must always focus on downside. Risk management is very, very, very important. Okay. I repeat, risk management is very important. I screw my accounts many times because of risk management. So that's why today I put risk at a very high level. Right? We have to control that. So if you want to survive in this market. Okay, so that is silver. And last but not least is crude oil prices today. Crude oil price, you can see that crude oil is able to beautifully, look at it. We tell you, right, crude oil will hit $69.28. And yesterday, crude oil came down to $69.33, 5 cents different. Oh my God. And silver and crude oil went up. So you can see that this TA is so powerful, right? Our MA is so powerful. As long as you believe in it, you just take the risk on trade and put it in and stop loss. You're done. So give you an example again, right? You just have to consider this again and again. Repeat. Okay, yesterday, right, you see, when the crude oil was coming down, right? You can see crude oil was coming down. Now, it did not trigger the MA. You don't need to trigger as long as it's nearby, good enough. And then if you think that that is a good level, you can just buy here, example, stop loss put here. So this is your risk. And of course, if the price goes up, right, we will never know how high it will go. But if it goes up, right, you'll make back at least 2 times, or what we call 200%. You actually make 200% of your so-called investment. That's pretty decent. 200% in just 3 hours to 4 hours. That's a lot of money. So that is how M trader makes a money, and this is what you have to do. You don't look at how low or how high the price is. It's all about risk management. You understand? It's all about risk management. Very, very important stuff, guys. You really, really have to consider taking note of that. Okay, guys? Very important. Okay. All right, so that is my view over here and stuff. Okay, very important. Okay, so take note of that. So what will crude oil be going now? Crude oil, like I told you, right? Crude oil is now able to stabilize this. So crude oil in my book still is going to go up further. I believe that crude oil will go higher again. It should be going up to my level, which is I told you before. My level is here. I'm seeing it go to $73.43. Not going to change this. $73.43. That will be my level for crude oil. Okay, that will be the level for crude oil. Okay, $73.43. All right. Okay. Crude oil date. Okay, today's. Sorry. Oh, really? Okay, crude oil. Now, crude oil today is very nice. It's between the two pivot. KSI is green, so it's a green light to go. As long as crude oil stay above OP, crude oil will go to 71.61 cents. That's quite kind of expected. But I say I'm still aiming at $73 level. All right. So crude oil traders, today could be a good day to buy also. All right. Now look at the last part, which is the Ethereum and Bitcoin. Let's do Ethereum first then. Now, Ethereum has came down, and I told you Ethereum will come down. Now, recently, a lot of people went to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. Remember, I told you, be careful. There will be a bit of selling in Ethereum. Now, if you remember, I told you about my view on the market. Remember, during the 15th of May thingy, I told you, right? Remember? Wait, okay, my mouse is going to be a problem right now. Here we go. Okay, remember this? Oh dear. Okay, not responding suddenly. Okay, remember I told you, right? September, I expect further correction. I told you August will go up first, and then after that, September will come back down. You see that? It could be bad. You see that? It is really, really following. The market is really coming down, as you can see, right? I told you that the market itself will go up in August. Indeed, it happened. Then I say September, which is now, that will come down, and it could be bad. And indeed, it really, really happening. And that was forecasted on 15th of May. We're talking about 4 months ago forecast. Really crazy, right? Yeah, indeed, right? So if let's say we're going to follow through with this little time thing that I created, then October we have recovery, and then we should have normality back in November and December. So which means that if it can be down a bit more, be good at 2700 or 2400 level. So if big Ethereum can come down to 2700 to 2400 level, it will be a very good time to buy. And then after that, I believe it's going to go back up again to about 4000 level. Okay, so that is my personal view. I will update this further after September month is over. Okay, but definitely it seems to be really following through. And it works the same way for our Bitcoin. Yeah, indeed, the Bitcoin right now. Okay, look at Bitcoin and look at the chart again. Can you see that? So Bitcoin also went up, right, all the way up to August, September, and then the suddenly big reversal BNB come in and bang, it come down, right? So my Bitcoin strategy is this: at about 40,000, you can buy some. Then at about 38,000, you buy a bit more. So 39,000, you buy some. Then about 38,000, you can buy a bit more. But of course, any price that go lowers down to 35,000, 30,000, all this level can just buy some and keep and park it away. All right, park it away, because after that itself, right, you're going to go back up again. Again, my view is this 80,000 by this year. Okay, my view is this 80, okay, actually not 80,000, to be precise, it's 82,000. So my view is this: as long as no crazy stuff happening, I believe that Bitcoin will go back up to 82,000 level. Bitcoin will go to 82,000 level. All right. So you see that all is really as per forecast, as I mentioned back then itself. Okay. Crazy. Indeed crazy. I also get shocked. All right. Really incredible stuff here. Yeah. I also never expect to be that accurate. Normally, I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's quite scary though. All right. Okay, that will be all for today. I thank you for today's MAO. Thank you for accepting my little emotional speech for 10 minutes. But seriously, that is our view, and we seriously want you guys to help us and let us make this dream come true. All right, so that will be all for today. Thank you very much, Susan. Please kindly make sure that you go through the list and see who got the love button and give them the coin. All right, till then, again, tomorrow, I will see you on MAO once again. This is Cal signing off. Bye-bye.